Alrighty, good morning. It is 11:28. So just before noon, I am going to do a roughly 8-minute or so weather update. We're on Facebook on 2 different pages. We are on 6 Plus as well. So good morning. It is still morning, 11:28. I'm going to go over current conditions. Again, this will be 8 minutes long. If you have comments, questions about, of course, the holiday weekend, coming up rain chances, let me know in the Facebook comments. Other than that, thank you for joining. I'm going to go over current conditions in the next few days. Essentially, weather's going to get super quiet after Friday. So the main focus of this, of course, will be the 4th of July rain chances. It's going to be interesting, first and foremost. Right now, we've got partly cloudy skies. Radar's pretty clear. I'll get to that here in a second. It is 86 degrees, but feeling like 94. Humidity a little bit higher. Yesterday we were in the 40s at this time, 67% right now. So definitely feeling the heat if you are going to be on a patio at lunch the rest of today. Pretty humid out there and straight up hot at this point. We should surge up just above 90 degrees for high temperatures. Today, winds relatively calm. Right now to the east-southeast at 6. Looking out over Temple, you can kind of see fair weather cumulus clouds starting to pile up. Basically, it is calm and quiet for now. Again, not much on radar for the time being. 88 feeling like 96, and Temple right now winds out of the south at 8. Feels like temperatures, 95 Gatesville, 96 Temple, 96 Marlin, almost feeling like 100 degrees to our southeast. Very similar conditions to what we were seeing at this point yesterday. So I think we're going to have a lot of feels like temperatures right around 100 degrees when we peak at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, considering it's only 11:30 and already feeling like 96 here in Temple right now. Okay, actual live temperatures, upper 80s for most for the time being. Let's get straight to radar, because here's where things start to get interesting. You want to pay attention. Right now, like I said, most of us still calm and clear here in central Texas, circling our viewing area right here. But look off to our west. We have had remnants of tropical moisture coming up from the south for 3 days now, on day 3 of this. And you can see West Texas still getting a lot of rainfall. I follow eastern New Mexico weather because I used to do the weather out in West Texas, and they've had a lot of mountain flooding issues actually. And to the west of San Antonio in the hill country, which thankful for this for them, because a lot of their lakes are incredibly low. I know Canyon Lake is at like something like 30 or 40% full, just one of the lowest levels they've seen in a very, very long time. Not a good situation down there near San Antonio. And so I know they are very thankful for this moisture that they're getting. Again, here at home, a lot of that is to the west of us. Let's zoom into our viewing area. You can see Brown County, Brownwood, Comanche, just outside of our viewing area, getting some light showers. A couple of isolated thunderstorms down in the hill country near Llano, Highland Lakes area. But the rest of our viewing area, just partly cloudy skies, winds out of the south, and feeling the heat. Now we are keeping it 20% for the rest of today, and I'll show you what models are showing me over the next few days in terms of rain for central Texas. Quickly touching on the tropics though, we got about 5 minutes left here. We are watching this area. I'm calling it a blurb right now, to the west of Tampa, to the southeast of New Orleans, that is starting to organize into a potential system. The 7-day prediction from the National Hurricane Center. You see how this is orange? Yesterday it was yellow. Now the cone is going out further. This is what happens when you get closer and closer to the predicted time frame of a potential system. 2 days ago, it was at a 20% chance of developing into a system over the next 7 days. It was at 30% yesterday. It's now at 40%. That tells me there's a decent shot at this point. You'll see this turn red if it goes up above 50–60%, and obviously would be organizing into a tropical storm or system at that point. So So in the next 7 days, I think there is starting to be a pretty good likelihood that something is organizing there in the Gulf near Florida. Here at home, let's talk about our rain chances the next couple of days. We've got isolated stray activity on radar right now. I think that continues coming up from the south, that tropical moisture, primarily west of I-35 into this afternoon. That's why I'm giving it 20% overall for the viewing area. Now, if you are west of 281, I would say that's more 30-40% for the rest of this afternoon. Brief heavy downpours, thunder, lightning, gusty winds are the main issues with any activity over the next 48 to 72 hours. So for most of us, we surge up into the lower to middle 90s. Now, if you're west of 281 and you're seeing mostly cloudy skies and maybe some rain, you could stay in the 80s this afternoon. Let's fast forward. Going into the overnight hours tomorrow morning, more isolated showers, thunderstorms going to be possible, again, primarily to the west of I-35. You're going to hear me say west of I-35 a lot. As we roll on into Thursday, day before the 4th, you can see in the afternoon hours, isolated to scattered activity. Now, 2 of the models are now showing me this. So we're going to continue to refresh those here over the next day or so. But as you can see, we could potentially have some heavy downpours tomorrow evening as well, Thursday evening. Into the overnight hours, and here's where things start to get very interesting. I'm going to call this a tale of 2 stories because with this weather we've been seeing this week, the models have gotten excited out ahead of, they did it on Tuesday and again today and could again tomorrow, where they get overexcited thinking with the systems we have in place and in between systems that we're just going to have these lingering heavy rain cycles where basically it's going to be a blob like what this model is showing right here for tomorrow evening, overnight into the 4th of July morning. That's one story. The second being it's going to be much less on radar. It's going to be isolated, stray activity like what we've actually seen other days this work week. So let's fast forward. This particular model pulls in some rain early morning hours on the 4th of July. It starts to lift up and leave after lunchtime, but noting that to the west of I-35, this model does want it to rain on the 4th of July in the front half of the day especially, with some actual heavy rain potentially. Now, this is just one story though. It showed it doing this yesterday as well, so we'll continue to refresh this, update it, because it's going to get more accurate the closer we get to Friday morning. But for now, I would say something to watch. This is absolutely not a guarantee. This model got excited about the past 2 days, and of course today, it's absolutely not doing this. And so we're going to keep watching this, is what I'm saying. There is a possibility it rains on Friday, yes. I have bumped it to 30% for now, and it is something to watch. It does look like, and all models are agreeing, that by Friday evening, storms and rain are leaving completely. So if this ends up verifying and we do have scattered storms Friday, I think we're still good to go for fireworks. That's good news. Looking like upper 80s, lower 90s Friday afternoon, so it's not going to be 99 degrees on Friday. That's good. Winds gusting up to 20 out of the south on Friday, by the way. And like I said, storms clearing out. So let's quickly go through another model. This model, the graph, it's been accurate this severe season more so than some other seasons that we've seen it. So this model is showing rest of today, west of I-35. I think this is probably pretty accurate that we're going to see a few isolated straight thunderstorms. The rest of the viewing area probably not rain today. We roll into Thursday. Scattered light showers west of I-35 and northwest areas. Isolated thunderstorm activity in the afternoon hours. I think this is probably pretty accurate. Most of it, again, west of I-35. Not ruling it out for I-35 corridor tomorrow afternoon when traffic is going to get super heavy. HEB is going to be packed by tomorrow afternoon. It was already yesterday is what someone was telling me. But this one also agrees. So tomorrow evening we could have a line of thunderstorms moving through. Then we roll on into the overnight hours into the 4th of July morning. This model does want it to rain, also has it sitting basically just to the west of I-35. So this is when we start to watch for trends. Over the next 24 hours, our weather team is going to be looking at these models and others and seeing if we start to see an agreement on Friday morning rain, or if it starts to break up like it has the past couple of days. This is when there are big question marks on, is it going to rain Friday morning? Of course, we have the parades right around then. But this also agrees. By that evening, 4th of July evening, we're sitting in the 80s, winds out of the south, partly cloudy skies. You are good to go for fireworks, and no chance for rain Saturday or Sunday. So 4th of July forecast overall. Temperatures going to be about 75 to lower 90s. Humidity starts out high. It's going to be muggy when the parades start. Could be raining. I bumped it to 30%. But humidity will start to drop when temperatures rise into the lower 90s that afternoon. It's still going to feel kind of sticky out though. Scattered showers and storms are going to be possible. I would say the further east that you go, the less likelihood you're seeing them. If you're west of I-35, particularly west of 281, we're going to have that upper level system approach. We're going to have the conditions in place for scattered activity like you've seen every other day this week. Rain window, primary rain window is going to be early morning hours to late afternoon. Biggest threats, same as every other day this week, brief heavy downpours, lightning, gusty winds. So again, the main thing, like I just showed you on those models, we're going to be watching all of them, seeing if we pick up patterns that are sticking from model run to model run over the next few days, and that will tell us, give us a really good picture. As we head on into tomorrow, we'll start to have a really good picture of Friday. So yes, we do have a rain chance. Primarily, it is for the front half of the day. We'll be clearing out by the afternoon hours, and not everyone is going to see rain on the 4th of July. In fact, the models could start to break up completely, and barely anyone sees the rain that day. Of course, that's what we hope for when we all have outdoor activities. So this is something to pay attention to, I would say. As we approach tomorrow, we'll be updating. We'll get another model update. Matt will be in here this afternoon as well, so tune in when we have our evening shows. We should start to pinpoint over the next 24 hours what is going to happen on Friday, where the highest likelihood is that we are seeing those thunderstorms. So something to watch for, and we'll do another one of these updates later on today. Of course, we'll be on air at 5, 6, and 10 today. So just stay tuned. Of course, if you're on Facebook and not 6+, would definitely recommend tuning in to 6+, because we do these video updates more often. But we'll try to update you on all channels, of course. I'm going to wrap this thing up. I think some folks probably already dropped off because I think I ended at 11:36. But I know if you're on Facebook, you're probably still tuning in. So again, if you have comments, leave them. I'll check it before I leave here. And we will see if it rains on the 4th. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be a washout by any means. I don't want it to be hot and humid, so I will take a little bit of rain, especially with it clearing out just in time for fireworks.